Have you ever met someone who felt wrong? Someone who seemed off in ways you can't explain? This story, shared by a Reddit user, will make you question who or what you might run into when the night gets dark. He says, "Growing up, my family was heavily Christian. Sundays were for church services, and Wednesdays meant youth group. While I'm not religious now, those years taught me one thing, an awareness of the paranatural. As I got older, I rebelled. I sought out different forms of spiritual enlightenment, often prioritizing that over stability. Let's just say I was a young broke troublemaker, living in a small farm town in Oregon's Willamette Valley. Opportunities for kids like me were slim. Most people my age either got into substances, worked in the wine industry, or joined one of the town's many cults. This story takes place on a quiet night, around 10 p.m. A friend and I were bumming smokes behind a local bar. There were a few other patrons out there, and we were all a little tipsy, swapping stories and joking around. That's when he appeared. A man I'd never seen before stepped out of the shadows. He was about 5 feet 5 inches with strange proportions, almost unnatural. His face didn't match the massive mustache he wore. He had a cowboy hat that was 2 sizes too big, a leather jacket over a plain white tank top, leather pants, and boots. He stood near us, not saying much, like he wanted to be part of the group, but couldn't quite cross some invisible barrier. After 10 minutes of silence, he started talking. He said it was his birthday and referred to himself as the birthday boy. Over and over he repeated it. "It's my birthday." As the minutes passed, the crowd thinned out until it was just me, my friend, and the birthday boy. That's when things got weird. He asked if we knew of any abandoned buildings nearby, and if we could take him to one. The way he asked, it sent a shiver down my spine. Something about him felt off. It was as if my instincts were screaming at me. "This is not safe. Get away from him." Trying to keep my cool, I gave vague directions to a building that didn't exist and told him goodbye. But he wasn't done. He asked if I'd take him there myself, saying, "We can celebrate together. I even have gifts for you." His voice was calm but unsettling. I refused, making up an excuse about needing to get to a friend's house to sleep. That's when he said something I'll never forget. "I'll see you again, Noah." The way he said my name chilled me to the bone. I had never told him my name. Then he gave this massive, inhuman grin. Before I could react, he sprinted backward. Yes, backward. For about 30 feet, spun around, and ran off in the direction I'd given him. My friend and I didn't stick around. We bolted in the opposite direction, cutting through side streets, jumping fences, doing whatever we could to get far away from him. Eventually, we made it to my friend's house, locked the doors, and tried to calm down. We thought we were safe, but about 20 minutes later, I heard it. Someone singing "Happy Birthday to You." I peeked out the window, and there he was, the birthday boy. He was pacing up and down the street, singing softly, his cowboy boots echoing against the pavement. He stayed there for hours, pacing and watching, until finally, he sprinted away into the night. The sound of cowboy boots furiously smacking the pavement, haunting me to this day. What was he? A man? A spirit? Something else entirely? To the birthday boy, let's not celebrate together ever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want more tales of the disturbing and unexplained, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, sometimes the scariest things aren't just in your imagination. See you next time.